Okay, so hello everyone. We are very excited to have you here with us today to learn a little bit more about the Stemming Up program. I am going to ask you to just please add your questions to the chat as we go along, and we will answer them at the end of the presentation.
So, this will be an informational session where we all will be sharing a little bit about the Stemming Up program, its benefits, how you can support youth to sign up for the program, and that, we hope by the end of this session you have a better understanding of who will benefit from the program and how you can share the information with students and clients. So, let's introduce ourselves.
I was trying to unmute. Hello, everybody. Uh, so my name is Doina Onchal. I am the founder and CEO at Revolution. Now, recently became the chair of the board. I came to Canada at the age of 19, and I was a youth at risk of being low income, which I eventually experienced since I did not have a network and support to help me navigate my life in a new country. I eventually became homeless only 10 months after I arrived here in Canada, then a few times afterwards. So, last time I was homeless was about 17 years ago as a single mother of two daughters. I then decided to study social work with the feminist perspective. George Brown is now called Polytechnic. I hope I can pronounce that properly. Can you tell I'm an immigrant? And eventually, I had the opportunity to be on the supporting side of the people who are in the system. And here I realized that there were not a lot of opportunities for people like me who wanted more. I stepped out of the nonprofit work after I worked with youth at risk and conflict with the law, refugee women and children, youth in employment, and seniors. And I dabbled into technology for a bit. And here's where I learned that women are not well represented in STEM. Um, Hence, the idea to create an organization which is now known as Revolution, and this is why you're here. So again, I created this organization because I noticed that in order for people to escape poverty and other barriers, they needed opportunities to add to their resumes.
Okay, my name is Julia. I'm the chair of the Stemming Up committee, but before I was part of Revolution as a volunteer, I started off as a student in the program in 2021. And needless to say, after the program ended, I decided to come back as a volunteer, and I've now been with Revolution for 5 years. Um, Even though I am helping with the stuff of programming and coding, and I was a Python coding instructor last year. I'm actually in civil engineering and McMaster with a scholarship worth $120,000 because of my work in Revolution.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mira, and I was a Python instructor for Stemming Up last year. And about a month later, I came back as a volunteer and took on the role of mentorship program liaison. And since then, I've been, working closely with the committee. And so now I'm the vice chair of the Stemming Up program, and I'm just super excited to be here and can't wait to share a little bit more about this opportunity with you all.
So we'll talk a little bit more about what Revolution is, and I'll pass it off to Doina. You're muted.
Don't we love technology? All right, so yeah, if you haven't heard of Revolution, here's a quick introduction. We are a charitable organization focusing on closing the gender gap in STEM. We do this by inspiring girls and gender nonconforming youth to embrace STEM careers. And I founded the organization because I realized that young women from diverse backgrounds who are interested in pursuing careers in STEM need additional support that didn't exist at the time. I wanted to see diversity included because it was very important for me that everyone was part of the development of the future and not simply live in it. When we first started the organization, we had some introductory programming that met our goals of inspiring program participants to embrace STEM careers. However, when the program were done, they were asking for additional resources and training opportunities to help prepare them for a career in STEM, and there wasn't much to choose from. Let's change the slide. Can you change the slide for me? I don't know. Okay, I'll do it here. Okay, sorry. So, 13 years later, we can proudly say that we helped over 4,000 youth, actually quite the end of 4,000 youth in Ontario, by providing them access to STEM programming, introducing them to a network of professionals as mentors, attending panels, and supporting them to attend competitions internationally where they represented Canada and won first place. And that came with a cash prize too. We now have many of our former students involved in the organization, sitting on the board of directors, chairing committees like Julia here, and training on further leadership skills such as coding trainers, such as board training, and we hire many of them as coding trainers or coordinators for the Stamina program or other programs. And then we offer at Revolution. Most importantly, over 90% of our students are now either enrolled in post-secondary education, and if they have finished post-secondary, they work in tech or other STEM-related companies across Canada and US. We have seen firsthand the gap that exists in STEM for gender diverse individuals, particularly those of low income, hence why we decided that a program like STEMing Up needed to exist.
Yeah, so moving on to the Stemming Up program and what it's all about. Stemming Up is a program designed for BIPOC, so Black, Indigenous people of color, girls and gender non-conforming youth in Ontario, aged 13 to 17, who are interested in computer science but face multiple barriers such as primary low income and accessing relevant learning opportunities. So the purpose of this program is to remove some of these barriers, such as how we offer a laptop and a Wi-Fi subsidy to participants who demonstrate low income. And our goal is to increase their chance of quality education and access to a career in tech-related fields. So in collaboration with Canada's technology leading industry partners such as Okta, ultimately we aim to equip program participants with confidence, skills, professional portfolios, and networks to pursue fulfilling careers in the STEM industries after their participation in this program. So during the program, the students are prompted with a challenge. They have to create a solution for one of the UN SDGs using their new programming skills by choosing to code a website, app, or a game.
And so the Stemming Up program is a 2-week program, and this year will be starting on August 10th and ending on August 22nd, which prepares participants for a career in technology. So participants are added to small groups where they learn about business and technology in a very engaging way. The first week of the program is a little more intense, and students are required to attend morning sessions where they will learn introductory business concepts from 11 a.m. until from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. And that's when our partners who come from various companies and post-secondary schools help participants further explore the fundamentals of computer science, technology, and business by facilitating our morning sessions. Some of the topics that the students would be learning about are UX design, mobile and web app building, introduction to AI, along with intro to pitching and introduction to this year's challenge. And yes, we have team challenges that participants will focus on while in the program. And to allow for more creativity while making the world a better place and allowing them to explore the new learning opportunities, we use UN's 17 Sustainable Development Goals as challenges for this program. The ultimate goal is for the participants to use their technical and business skills they learn in the program to build a mobile or a web app as solutions to any of the SDGs. So we do this to help inspire participants while engaging with folks who are already in post-secondary or working in the field. When it comes to the coding aspect of the program, participants will be introduced to the Python coding language. This training will last about a week, which will take place in the afternoon from 11:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. And during week 2, since we don't have morning sessions, we'll start at 10 a.m. and we'll be working with coding trainers to create a safe learning environment for everyone. And then during the first week, the teaching will be focused on the basics of Python, whereas the second week will be more focused on specific aspects to help the students solve their particular solution, whether that be an app, a website, or a game. And after the coding sessions, the students will have time to work as a team to practice their new skills and continue to work towards their final solution.
Yeah, so the participants will be added to a team, and each team will engage in a healthy competition with each other. And at the end of week one, starting Friday at 5 p.m., the teams will participate in a hackathon where they have the opportunity to put their knowledge into practice. And this actually means that the students will use this time to focus on their draft projects. And then on Saturday, the teams will present their work to a panel of internal judges who will give them feedback on their projects so that they can use that feedback to improve their projects during the second week of the program.
And then before the program ends, the teams will enter the second hackathon starting on Friday at 5 p.m. again, where they will have the chance to perfect their projects before they go in front of the judges on one last time. On the last day of the program, that's pitch day on August 22nd, teams will present their final projects to a panel of industry professionals and peers. And awards will be announced and handed out after the pitches, with recognition to top teams and standout ideas, and even the possibility of additional prizes revealed on the day. And yes, there will be prizes. One of the confirmed prizes this year is the opportunity to participate in a 6-month long mentorship program with industry professionals, where there may be other exciting opportunities announced as well. Ultimately, the main prize is the participants to get exposed to new learning, building a network of industry professionals, and a greater chance at winning scholarships in the future.
So
I
let's talk
wanted to
about how you can
mention,
help.
sorry, I wanted to mention when it comes to the demo day, you are also welcome to join as like school from their school or from the organization so that you can see what they actually have achieved in the program. We'll send you invitations if you're ready.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about how you can help your students apply for the program. By the way, this QR code uh, is for the application, so scan it to access the program page, where you can also find the application and you can share it with your students or clients. Yeah, so this program is a great fit for girls and gender non-conforming youth between the ages of 13 to 17. And for all the educators in this room, you will notice the students who are interested in STEM, who are doing well in math and science, have shown interest in careers in STEM. Those would be a good fit for this program. And they are also eager to learn new things and are always looking for opportunities to grow. For the youth advocates in this room, you will notice young people in your organization or parents of young people who are passionate about learning new things, and you know that they are always looking to grow personally and professionally. They're looking to build a career in tech or related fields, and you know that this program will help open up these opportunities for them. But most importantly, it's very good for you to know that we give priority to applicants who face multiple barriers, especially those who are from low-income households. The main character we look for in all young people is dedication to learning, as the program requires attention and full commitment in order to succeed.
And then if you share this program with the students or young people in your organization, please make sure to let them know that they have to have their parents help them fill out the form as well. The reason for this is because in order for us to qualify them as low income, we ask that parents provide proof of income. And this is imperative for them to access the benefits of the program, such as Wi-Fi subsidy, a laptop to use and keep after the program, and free access to the program. If they choose not to share that information for any reason, we will ask them to pay a fee for the program, which would be around $1,500. Also, please advise your students not to use their school email address. We want to ensure that the communication will go through. We have had issues in the past with applicants not receiving their acceptance email and miss this opportunity. If they don't have an email address, they can use their guardians or ask them to help create a Gmail account. Um, we're also looking for the full address and phone number to get in touch with them in case there are any technical issues. The address is important because although the program is virtual, we only accept applicants in Ontario. The application also has a section to test the student's coding knowledge. It's important to mention here that no previous coding experience is needed for the program. We'll teach them everything from scratch, from the very, very basic. However, this can help our trainers know how familiar the students are with Python, or if they've heard of anything, or they have previous knowledge in different languages that can translate into Python. So please be sure to let the students and the young people in your organization know to not let that question prevent them from applying, because as mentioned above, previous coding experience is not required, and this is not a fair or pass, fail or pass type of question. It's just to gauge where the students are at so that we can be better informed to provide them a better education throughout the program.
Yeah, so we're very proud to offer the Stemming Up program for free for qualifying students. So we give priority to applicants from low-income households, and we offer need-based Wi-Fi subsidy of up to $100 so that participants can pay for their internet access. Additionally, we give laptops to low-income applicants, and contingent to participation in the program, they get to keep the laptops to further help them succeed with their education. So the application has one question that asks if you have a laptop. It is very important to note that we work with a limited number of laptops and that priority will be given to applicants from low-income households. So we encourage everyone to apply, and in order to make this program accessible, we always aim to make the program super accessible for all these participants, and this is why we offer these things.
And before you share this program with your students, we encourage you to check out the latest yearbook from the program. I'll drop the link over here in the chat. This will help you get a feel for what the program is about and hope you encourage all deserving youth to apply. While our program is open to youth from all backgrounds, priority is again given to low income, newcomer, BIPOC, LGBTQ plus youth, and other underserved girls. We will not be accepting any school emails, just to make that clear, just because of past issues that we've had. Um, any half-filled applications will be disregarded except for the coding portion. If the students really don't know the answer, we'd rather them have no answer at all than create an answer via AI. But if parts of the application, such as phone number, address, are not present, then the application will again be disregarded. And the deadline for this application is July 24th. After that, our team will be working hard to review the applications. So please encourage applicants to check their emails regularly for any next steps that the team might send out. And they should expect to hear back from us by July 31st. Participants need to commit to attending all classes and engage fully in the program activities in order to benefit from from what the program has to offer.
Aside from how much students can learn in this program, why should you encourage young people to join Stemming Up? Good question. Well, Stemming Up allows participants to learn many skills such as design thinking, coding, app building, front and back end development, prototyping, analytical thinking, UX design. The list goes on. So business and leadership skills. So participants will apply all these skills and their challenges to solve societal issues that most of them are very passionate about already. These challenges will help build participants' portfolios portfolios of work to further support them with applications for post-secondary and internship opportunities. And then joining the Stemming Up program will also unlock the doors for participants to join Hervolution and that community. So full of many resources and amazing people. Students are always encouraged to come back into the organization in a volunteer capacity to further develop their skills and help guide the organization to continue to be relevant to the youth. And we also offer up to 40 volunteer hours to all participants and references for when they apply for post-secondary internships, scholarships, schooling, and job opportunities. And we will give priority to former participants when we hire coding trainers and other job opportunities at Hervolution. So in addition to learning and having fun, the Stemming Up program provides participants with an opportunity to further develop their network through morning sessions to further engage them in exploring future careers, along with access to Hervolution members who are active members of the industry and community.
Okay, so before we get to our Q&A section today, I wanted to take a quick minute to share with you some of the success stories from this program. So the first one is Sana. She attended the program in 2018. So she's currently working as a senior infrastructure engineer at Rippling and previously worked at Shopify. Sanat was a Stemming Up participant when the program first launched in 2018, and she was entered on a wait list and joined the program at the last minute. Since then, she has coached many girls going through the program, as well as programs such as Technovation Global. Sanaa is a public speaker focusing on talks about tech and personal development. And outside of her career, she spends time writing and outdoors.
I would
Next
also
up,
like to add about Sana that she actually came back and she's volunteering in the program and she's leading the youth council where she gets to support former students to make sure that they succeed continuously. And this is some of the opportunities that we offer. Sorry, go ahead, Mira.
yeah, definitely. And next up, we have our Stemming Up 2019 alumni, Jada Chang. Jada was a participant in the Stemming Up program again in 2019 and continued her involvement with her Revolution afterwards, including as an ambassador and as a Stemming Up program coordinator and curriculum developer. And she is currently completing an internship at Splunk as a technical curriculum developer on the engineering enablement and engagement team. Exciting.
So I'm not seeing any questions on the chat. So if there are any questions that you guys want us to answer, please feel free to unmute yourself or type them into the chat and we'll answer them for you.
We have been so clear that there's zero questions. Oh, there's a hand that is raised. Uh, yes, go ahead. Sorry, I
Can you hear
can.
me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for this amazing introduction. It's really amazing program and filling the gap of this little like technology, especially for people from the low income. Um, sorry, just mute this. Yeah, my question is related to the content itself, the period of time. I mean, the content, how long that will take? Is it during the summer for in regular basis, or it's an account that the participant will take their time to do online, or there's a specific uh, workshops and sometimes. And the other
Right.
question is, yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Uh, Is it open for all the eligible participants, or there's a limited number for the cohort?
Okay, so
Yeah.
for the first part of the question, for the actual teachings and the lessons about Python, so we do have scheduled times where the students will come in and will participate in just like a regular lesson that you'd have in a school. So there will be a coding instructor that will present slides and will walk them through the process of programming for the first time. So they'll teach the kids. What variables are, how to start a new file, how to download the app where they can code. And it is online. This is all virtual. So they'll all join a specific Google Meet where they'll meet up with their coding instructor alongside the rest of their team to work towards understanding the concepts so that they can, after that, like sort of like lecture, but more engaging way, then they can apply that with their own team in a work session where they work towards finishing their prototype, if that makes sense.
I'm going to jump in and actually add this. Every day we actually have scheduled sessions. So every day for the 2 weeks, everyone will start at 10 a.m. Week one will be a little bit more intensive because the first hour from 10 to 11, there will be a speaker to teach them about business concepts. So that will be where everyone in the program will participate at the same time. Then everyone will have their own team. So during coding session, there will be maximum 7 students, which means like in a smaller group with their own coding trainer, they get to learn coding. So I believe there's a couple hours where they get to join in virtually. There will be breaks in between. This is where them and the coding trainer get to decide when they want to take the break, how, is it like in the middle or every hour, whatever the case may be. So that's up to them to decide however works best for them, because we want to create an environment where students are met where they are at versus us to come up with a plan for them. um, there will also be in the afternoons. I'm not sure if it's like 1 or 2 times a week is where they get to meet with coaches for an hour. So that's another designated time where they get to come in with their team, and the coach gets to help them with their project. So you are here with your project at this level. Think of it as a project manager that gets to help a team develop and build that project to the end to become successful. And they get to give them guidance and maybe answer some of the questions and maybe help them figure out where they can find some information so they can help them with that particular project. They also have a designated time once a week where they get to meet with their team. So that they can actually work on it like a virtual co-working session. Aside of that, students get to meet. Sometimes they get to meet on their own. They decide to, hey, we need some extra time. Can we connect and work on this project? Either it could be 2 students they could meet or the whole team can meet. They decide whatever works best for them. We will also do our best to see if we can put them in the team based on location. And if they decide that they want to meet in person at the library, they can definitely do so. That depends on their parents and the location where they're at. So sometimes, again, we do our best depending. We don't know who applies, what does that look like. We only know after we receive all the application, but we will do our best to get them coupled based on location as well, so that if they can meet in person, they have that option. But then the first week will be quite intense because there's a lot happening. For the hackathon, another thing that is happening is virtual, meaning that we will try to find mentors and volunteers to help them. And sometimes the coding trainers jump in, sometimes the coaches jump in. So the hackathon means that from 5 p.m. on Friday until Saturday at 10 a.m., they have the chance to work on their project, to get to work on their either app or website or mobile or game, and do as much work as possible to give the first pitch on Saturday morning. So on Saturday morning, we'll have people that will come in and just give them feedback where they are with their project, because they're halfway through the program. And then the same thing on the second week, on Friday at 5 p.m., they have the chance to work on their project. They do a lot of virtual setting up when they get to connect. We use Slack, and on Slack there's a feature called Hurdle where they get to meet. They have a video thing or audio, and they get to connect and ask questions. And this is when they can ask questions to everyone in the team that can support them. It could be, again, coding trainers, or it could be coaches, and ask them further questions. And then on Saturday, August, which is the 22nd of August, is they can come in and give their last pitch. And the last pitch will be the one for to set up to figure out who's the winning team. And this is when we invite people to come, the network, like family members, teachers if they want to support, guidance counselors, other organizations, from staff from other organizations, if they want to come in and see what their students have worked on. This is a really fun and engaging opportunity for everyone to see the work that they have been doing. Go ahead, Mira.
And
And Julia.
sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I was just going to add that please don't think that this is something where we're just giving them an hour or two of teaching Python and then forgetting about them. That's not it at
Yes.
all. We're there to support them. So all the coding trainers are part of the requirement to work as a coding trainer for us is to provide office hours so that the students can book time with the coding trainer in case they have any questions and if they're too shy to ask them during the actual lecture time. So all of the students are very much encouraged to not only participate during the actual class time, but also take their own time to reach out to the coding trainer and ask, hey, I need support. Can you please help me do this? Can you guide me through this practice problem that you gave? I just don't really understand it. And all of the coding trainers, part of their job is to literally be available for those amount of hours so that the students can contact them.
And I'm going
Um,
to add to this that the coding trainers are also trained to notice when a student is not engaging, and the coding trainers get to reach out and say, hey, let's set up a session so that we can actually work through your things. I'm noticing you're not asking questions. This is not put on public. We do not put anyone to shame. We just send a private message and invite them to book a session, so that making sure that they actually understand the concept. For us, it's not just show up for the program, it's making sure that you get to understand it. If it's not a fit for the students, because sometimes that happens, they decide, you know what, I'm finding this to be not for me, that's also okay. And but that's how we get to figure out whether that's, something that they can complete or not, right? But we do this by making sure that the coding trainers are available to the students outside of the sessions. Poor coding trainers, sometimes they show up, the students like night owls, and 10 p.m. they're having a session because this is when it works for everybody. But we do the best that we can to make sure that the students, when they are in our program, they get the most benefits possible. And I know Mira has some words to say. I see you very eager.
No, I was gonna say exactly what Julia said. So you can book office hours, you can message the coding trainer whenever you want. They become a source for references later on too if you're applying for something. I still have students from past August or past July messaging me again about the same thing and asking me questions about different programs at university, references for university, just things like that. And it just becomes a very close network of people. And I guess I don't know, like the way I see it, it's like they're my younger sisters. I'm in uni myself, so it's like just giving my advice, helping hand. Um, and yeah. In terms of contacting us, sorry, I just saw the message on the chat. We do have an email. I'll drop it in the chat right now, and you could just reach out to us there. Um, and yeah,
We will
I
also
can
be
jump in it.
sending,
yeah,
yeah, we'll
awesome.
also
Thank
be
you.
sending the recording of this, and you can have
Mhm.
the email that you receive with the information about this event. It's a really good email to also reach out to us as well. So, yeah. Any other questions? We want to make sure we answer them all.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a comment
So,
here. Oh, yeah, that's it. There's your email. Okay, awesome.
yeah. So our Stemming Up program would not be possible without the incredible support of our collaborating partners from Okta. And this is an amazing opportunity for participants to learn how to code, develop social and business knowledge, build a portfolio of work, gain their 40 hours, and change the world. So, a gentle reminder that the deadline is to apply by July 24th, and any applications after that will be added to the waitlist. We do have limited spots available, so we encourage you to apply as soon as possible. And if you have any questions during the application process, you can always contact us and we'll be more than happy to jump on a call or reply by email. Again, the email is in the chat.
We are now at the end of the session, so I want to thank everybody for participating and making this event fun and engaging. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram at hervolution underscore sorry at her underscore volution or any other social media channels. So you can also, again, like Mira said, contact us if you have any more questions on the program or the application process through our email that's also on the screen. So thanks again and have an amazing day, everybody.
Yes, thank you
And
so
I
much.
think I saw a hand up if there was still a question, we'd be happy to take
Oh,
it.
I just wanted to thank you so much for this
Thank
presentation. It's
you.
great. Uh, you, I will definitely share this information with the eligible clients in my youth group. I was wondering if there's any opportunity to share this presentation itself as a reference so I can get back to if I need any information or I can make a
We will have the recording that we'll share with you in the email after this. So we'll share this with you, and then you can feel free to share this recording, and we'll have the link to the application and our information as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you. Um, and we can stop recording. Thank you.